Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, and welcome. It's Nurse Richard, the Wax Wizard. Thank you for joining me. Now, there was a lady who came to see me, and you can probably tell it's extremely deep down in the ear. This is all done with the fine end tube. It looks like it should have been a lot easier than it actually was. Having watched it again as well, I'm looking at it thinking, you probably should have taken a bit. It should have been a bit quicker for you, this. But I remember at the time thinking, this is awkward. Why isn't this coming? And there's a reason why it's so deep down in the ear. It's worse in this ear. Got the same problem in the other ear. And the reason is that she wears sleep plugs because she sleeps next to a snorer. And now I can empathise with this. I really can. Because quite often I get kept awake and gone, shh. That's just what my missus sounds like. She's a snorer too. And I know she doesn't watch these, so I'll probably get away with this. So yeah, I sleep terribly because she's at it all night. And she always falls asleep quicker than me, which really annoys me. I'm a terrible sleeper. Is she finished? Yeah, she finished. But yeah, she doesn't just do that in her sleep as well. I mean, makes other strange noises in her sleep. I'm not going to say what those strange noises are in her sleep, but you know, she has been known to make the odd strange noise in her sleep. My daughter actually does talk in her sleep as well. She says all kinds of weird things. She doesn't do it as much anymore. But I'm not a snorer, but I am prone to in my sleep apparently. My wife's got one of these, is it a smartwatch or something like that? It's still going on. That's not actually a recording of her, by the way. That she's got one of these smartwatches that it like kind of tracks your health and it can record your sleep patterns, which obviously it's important to get some good sleep, you know. But what it does, it records when you make any strange noises in the night as well. And every now and then we've had to listen back to it just to see what's going on. And most of the time, all you can hear is a snoring and popping. And I'm going to be divorced by tomorrow. It's all right. I get away with it. She doesn't watch these things. So what you can see here is, I forgot to tell you about the ear as well, but yeah, as you can see, it's taken me longer than it probably should have done. I've drowned it in oil and just about there, I've managed to catch the lip of it. Now, the reason why I didn't go for that straight away, I was going for the darker section, which is pretty much on the eardrum. But I didn't want to go for that lip, even though I knew it would probably do the trick. It's quite risky. And it's because the sleep plug's gone in, it's really pushed it into the canal wall. And to try and avoid touching the canal wall and catching the lip of those things, it's really difficult. It really is. And you've got to be so careful because, as you'll know, if you've seen these videos before, all this is done in the it's in the inner third of the ear, which is extremely sensitive. The skin's very thin, and if you poke it with that little metal rod, your patient would not thank you for it. In fact, they'd probably tell you to off. You've got another one. It's like boys and toys. Like I said, this is the second video I've recorded since I've introduced this into the channel, and the overwhelming comments I got, of which I still do read every single one. If you want to leave me one, feel free to do so. The overwhelming comments I got was, "Oh, what you like, boys and toys." and if you don't like it, well, you can just off too. It's what someone says. Never laugh at your own jokes, just in case nobody else is. But yeah, other people are, so it's fine. It's totally allowed. So finally got a grip of this, and it was clinging on for dear life. It really was. I can see why it was. I probably still made it harder than it should have been, but even when it got to here, I'm thinking, well, I should just be flying out now, but it's just stuck because she's pushed it into the canal wall. No, I have. I've seen lots of these sleeping plugs out there, and you can get. Hang on, I'm ready for one to just come out. There it comes. Nearly forgot. I haven't got my baby sound. I haven't got my wax baby safely delivered sound on there. The only reason is you can only have 8. You can only have 8 sounds on this particular board at any one time, so I've got to add each one change it for each video. You probably can't get more than that. I haven't figured it out yet. I'll figure it out. I think 8's more than enough anyway, to be honest. Where was I? Right, yeah, just finishing this. There's a tiny little bit of skin just to peel off the bottom. I'm not too concerned about all these other bits. If we can get them, great. If not, it's really not the end of the world. We've got rid of the main one that was causing the issue. I think we did pretty much get all of it in here anyway. There might be a speck or two left, but if it bugs anybody, leaving a few specks in the ear canal, then off. I'm sorry. Enough of that. Let's have a dad joke of the day, can we? I've given up on mum jokes because I'll be honest, that book was absolutely flipping awful. They were shockers. They were really bad. So if you've never watched any of these videos before, you're thinking, what's he playing at, this fella? Why is he not talking about ears all the time? I get bored of talking about ears. It's all I do all day long. So I try and make them a bit more interesting, and started telling a few jokes. I'm not a comedian. Never said I was going to be. So yeah, I told a couple of dad jokes. It went down quite well. Cheers everybody up. So let's have a few more from the book because I've run out of my own dad jokes. I've already read a few of these actually. Right, man found a magic lamp with a genie that offered him 3 wishes. The man said, "For my first wish, I'd like to be rich." The genie said, "Okay, Rich, what would you like your second wish to be?" They say money talks, but all mine says is goodbye. It's very true. Anyone who's got 3 children or more, like myself, will empathise with that. They're supposed to get cheaper as they get older. That's not true at all. Just the presents get more smaller and more expensive. Did you hear about the guy who got kicked out of the secret cooking society? He spilled the beans. Where does light go when it's been bad? To prism. Nope. Just a couple more. What? This is actually a good one, this. Why did Snoop Dogg need an umbrella? For drizzle. For shizzle. Right, one more. Why couldn't the bicycle stand up by itself? It was too tired. Shocking. As you can see, this other one here, it was just as stuck, and I think I had to resort, as I am doing there, to the full-size tube. It was just that much stuck to the base of the ear canal because of these sleeping plugs. Then I don't think I had any option other than to get the full-size tube in there. But it did the trick. I've advised there are the plugs you can get that don't necessarily go in the ear. They just kind of sit in the outer ear. So I suggested it might be worth a go with them. It certainly doesn't need ones that left it this deep in the ear anyway. That's the cheaper option. I'll give you 2 options. The first option is you try and get some different sleep plugs. Second option, maybe get a divorce or find a different husband. I missed it. That one just popped out, didn't it? There we go. Too late. Anyway, I'm going to get bored of this pretty soon. I'm pretty sure of that. But it's a bit of fun in the meantime, isn't it? I'm always trying to do something a bit more different to keep myself and you more entertained. That's what it's all about. Having a bit of fun together. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. But for now, I haven't finished yet. I always do that before I finish. I know. So annoying, isn't it? But for now, take care of yourself. And I'll see you later. Pardon me. Ta-da.